Hello and welcome back once more. Right in the middle of this kind of confusing segment of the trial. I wasn't expecting this to be as, not as straightforward. Well, I was expecting this to be straightforward, so seeing it not being so straightforward is throwing me for a loop. I thought for sure Powers is just going to be some sort of, I don't know, kind of a dud almost? It's like a gag segment. It's like a way to ease us into the actual meat of the trial, but it's a little hard trying to follow. But what I have pieced together is that I think we are definitely trying to stall time. They've said as much. So we're gonna do everything in our power, in our will powers, to stall the trial. But not stall the game, so let's get in there. So I think we just want to raise an objection here. Objection! The defendant is a superstar. That kind of tip is typical fare for people like him. Are you saying that all superstars are super spenders? If I can receive large rolls of cash by simply bringing people things on trays, then why on earth would I stand around here prosecuting? It's got a point. I don't even get paid, let alone rolls of cash for all my hard work. So supposing that roll of cash was not a tip, then what was it? Payment, Your Honor. Ugh. Payment? Isn't it obvious for the murder of Juan Corda? Oh no, Oh no, Edgeworth is whistleblowing here. Then the bellboy the witness saw. Yes, he was the assassin. Hold your horses now, Mr. Edgeworth. You don't have any proof of this, do you? Have I ever been unprepared to support my claims, Your Honor? I have here the card Shelley the Killer left at the crime scene. Are you... like anyone could forge that? I don't know. It's kind of not. It's not doing it for me in terms of evidence. Shelley the Killer? He's the person the police's special investigations team has been chasing for ages. I am certain that the person the witness saw was this very assassin, Shelley the Killer. Really? What's wrong, Mr. Powers? No, nothing. Something just clicked in my head and I think I just figured something out. I'm not gonna share it though. Oh? Actually, I saw that bellboy again later on that night. What? I could have sworn Phoenix also saw the bellboy later that night. Like, am I just imagining that? Surely I'm not imagining that. Mr. Powers, please testify. Tell us what you saw. Yes, sir, right away. The second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. And that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came... That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corda's room. Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin. I'm sure of it. I mean, you know, I think I'm sure. Thank you very much. That is all we need for now. But I'm not done. There's still more. Let us first establish that the bellboy was truly Mr. the Killer. Then we shall see. So the bellboy came out of the victim's room. And if that bellboy really was the assassin, then I think the answer is fairly obvious. That would be correct, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, I believe it's your turn to entertain and make us laugh. You silly, silly man, you. Ha 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 ha. Edgeworth, what the fuck? This is no laughing matter. Thank you, Mia. Second time. This time I was in that hallway because I had to use the bathroom. And what time was it? Bathroom time, that's what I call it. Ah, well, I don't remember. The award ceremony ended around 8 p.m., right? And when I went to Matt's room pretty soon after that, and then I came back, and then I went to the bathroom. So I guess maybe it was around 8:10 by that time. You're not one for details, are you, Mr. Powers? Sorry. I thought I could maybe catch Matt and say my congrats. Shake his hand with my pea hand. So that's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Are you sure it was the same bellboy? Yeah. How could you tell? All the bellboys wear the same uniform after all. But, you see, well, he had those stitches in his face. Irk. And that weird monocle. So I'm sure it's the same guy that was talking with Matt. For sure, for sure. On God. Matt on God. So, which room did the bellboy come out of? Of course, when I say room, I mean one's room. The victim's room, huh? Yeah, the one with all the really pretty flowers and teddy bears. It was Juan's room, alright. Words cannot describe how screwed I am. Let's continue with the testimony, shall we? Now that I think about it, that bellboy did seem kinda out of place. Man, are we really just like turning into Von Karma here? Or Game 1 Edgeworth, where we're just like, I don't know, defending a murderer? So what exactly was so out of place about him? Right. Why the insipid grin? Maybe because I have no idea what damaging thing he's going to say next. Well, the bellboy was empty-handed. Empty-handed? That bellboy was one of those room service people, right? But he wasn't pushing a cart and he wasn't holding a tray either. You'd call that a little strange too, wouldn't you? I agree it is a bit strange, Mr. Powers. Is it really that unusual for a bellboy to be empty-handed? What should I do? Should I let Mr. Powers' testimony slide, or... I actually try to pull the fast one here, right? We're trying to make this case drag on for Maya's sake. I think we gotta pull a fast one. We gotta push and pull. There is nothing strange or unusual about an empty-handed bellboy. But there really is, especially considering you got that fat blunt earlier. There really isn't. Except Mr. Right that there really is. If you two are done being school children, bellboys are for room service. There is no reason for them to be empty-handed ever. Your Honor, I ask that the witness's previous statement be supplanted with this new one. Edgeworth, are you going to do whatever you can to make the bellboy look suspicious? I see, very well. This court recognizes and grants the prosecution's request. Mr. Powers, if you could amend your testimony, please. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Absolutely positive. Please don't be so quick to judge. I got one of those already. But it's kind of a Powers family thing. Think of every person as a thief. Well, I guess a thief and an assassin are both sneaky and silent. That's not the point, Phoenix. In any case, that bellboy was the assassin. It would be very bad for us. Or if, I guess she said if. But he really is the assassin, you know? Yes, but... you can't give in yet. If you want to prolong this trial for as long as possible, you're going to have to pull some cheap tricks on this one. Alright, well... this time I was in that hallway because I had to go to the bathroom. So when that bellboy I saw earlier come out of the room, of course when I say room I mean Juan Corda. It's kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. How do we prolong this? Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. Oh, okay, yep. Alright. Well, alright, gonna have to play the role of Von Karma here, I guess. And think about how exactly we would lie to get out of this situation. So, bathroom, I don't know if we can dispute that. That's when that bellboy I saw earlier came out of the room. Of course, when I say room, I mean Juan Corda's room. I thought it was kind of strange for a bellboy to come out of a guest room empty-handed. Yeah, so he had to be the assassin, I'm sure of it. So I think we got like several options here. Like one, he didn't actually come out of Corda's room. Maybe Powers got it swapped. Here, I guess we could say we're trying to prove that he didn't come out of the room empty-handed. But what would he be carrying? So I remember from the one flashback, he was holding the tomato juice. Whoops! I didn't mean to press E, but okay. Crime scene photo. I knew that had the juice on it, that's why I was clicking on it. But yeah, alright. Yes. You're easily influenced by other people's words, aren't you? As soon as you heard that the bellboy might have been the killer, you got caught up in believing it must be true. But, isn't he really suspicious? You know, I guess the irony is that I know I said at the start of the episode I didn't expect this to not be so straightforward, but the irony of it is that Powers' statements are actually pretty damn straightforward. And they're actually telling the truth, but we gotta make a lie out of it. I do like that. That's quite creative. He's got all those stitches and so a baseball has stitches. Are you saying all baseballs are suspicious because they have stitches? Oh no, he's making an A statement. Gulp. I'm sorry, baseballs. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings like that. Well, there's also, what about him being empty-handed? I would like to ask the court to please take a look here. I don't know if it's just me, but like, I swear I have the hardest time of like saying another word after like ask or mask. Like ask the court. Like it's so clunky, isn't it? Like, and then you're also having to do like the sound for the S. Ask the court. Ask the court. There's like no fast way to say it. I would like to ask the court. See, it doesn't work. Anyways. Ugh. This is the crime scene. There's a wine glass sitting next to Mr. Corda's body. The liquid inside this glass is tomato juice. And now, if you would look at what is on top of the table in the lower right corner there. It's juice. Anyone can clearly see that it is a tray with a bottle of tomato juice on it. The bellboy had just brought this to Mr. Corda's room and left the tray in the room, which is why he left empty-handed. But that would mean that the bellboy had seen and left a dead body in the room. Nope. But can you prove that Mr. Corda was already dead at that time? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes. I blame you for leading me down this route. I'm terribly sorry. What is with him? Why is he laughing? Witness, isn't there one more thing you would like to share with us? Is there? The bellboy was empty-handed, or should I say empty-handed. I recall you had something interesting to say about his hands. Oh yeah! Oh wait, no. Oh yeah! I almost forgot. Huh? What? That bellboy, he was wearing gloves. Gloves? Yeah, pitch black, leather ones. All the other bellboys don't wear gloves like that, right? Ah. Black leather gloves? Why didn't you mention them earlier? Sorry, it slipped my mind. Arg. Arg. Boy, does this make the bellboy look really suspicious. Alright, gotta focus. Can't get lax here. So what if he had gloves? A lot of bellboys wear gloves. Are you accusing all gloves of being crime committers? Come on, Mr. Wright. That bellboy was wearing black leather ones. So, a football is made of leather? Are you saying all footballs are suspicious because they're made of leather? Gulp. Well, that man, he received a large roll of cash from the defendant. And then he was seen leaving the crime scene wearing black leather gloves. I don't think that even someone like myself can believe he was just another bellboy. Objection hearsay. Erg. Sorry. It seems that we have finally come to an understanding. Now then, witness, please continue with the rest of your testimony. The rest? Oh yes, please tell us more. Please. Just keep going. Okay. Alright, their second meeting. Oh no. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked on Matt's door just like that. He gave something to the person inside the room. Then the old guy just left, without even going into the room. After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. So the bellboy, after leaving the crime scene, next went to the defendant's room. Yeah, I kinda saw that by accident. Some accident? I'd say you saw too much. And all of it was suspicious to high heaven. I think it's safe to say that we can no longer consider this bellboy to be normal. Now then, let's get started, shall we? Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Their second meeting. After leaving Juan's room, the bellboy went and knocked Matt's door just like that. Is that what you saw while you were busy spying? Excuse me? I may be a poor, underpaid action star that only stars in C-list movies, C-tier movies, but even I wouldn't stoop to spying, only in the movies. Well, I think the point is, where did you watch all this from, Mr. Powers? From the door of the bathroom with my left eye, in a sort of sneaky, spy-like way. I knew he was spying. Please, does it really matter if he was doing it over or underhandedly? What did the bellboy do next? That's all I care to know. He gave something to the person inside the room. Inside the room? The person inside the room? Who is the person inside the room? I said hold it. Okay. That's better. What kind of statement is that? Please elaborate and give us a few more details. Okay. I should probably ask him only one question at a time. I want to ask about the person inside. So who took this something the bellboy handed off? Actually, I don't know. What do you mean? I'm sorry, but I only saw the person's arm. Only an arm? And you're saying you didn't see the person's face? Yeah. Well, it was Mr. Onguard's room, correct? So it could have only been Mr. Onguard himself, I'd say. Not necessarily. Could have been Miss Andrews. And then, what did the bellboy do after that? So after he gave the person inside the room the thing, then the old guy just left without even going into the room. Where did this bellboy go after he left Mr. Onguard's room? He opened the door to Viola Hall. We went in there, and who knows after that, right? No, what do I do? I do? Is that what he said? After that, I went to the bathroom and then back to my seat. Did you see anything strange, suspicious, or just out of the ordinary at that time? Well, I mean, yeah, that's what... I just spent the last 30 minutes describing that thing to you. What? He saw something else? There was this jittery alien with a ray gun, and he was watching Juan's door like some sort of stalker. Wait, so wouldn't the old lady have also witnessed the butler? I think we can forget about the alien. Well, Mr. Powers' testimony just now was just as vague as the first one. It's a little troublesome, isn't it? And I'm sure if you press him enough, everything will become clear. Although, that just makes it harder on us, doesn't it? Ugh, talk about a lose-lose situation. Next time on Hooky Hour, we're gonna win-win! Haha! Woo! Segways! I'll see you then. Bye!